This is the second problem from Objective 8. Use the ruler on the mathematics chart to measure the radius of the circle to the nearest tenth of a centimeter. Which is the closest to the length of arc XYZ? So we're looking for the arc XYZ, so it starts here and goes all the way around. Now we can't use the ruler to measure a curve, but I know that this arc is part of the circumference, which is all the way around. So if I can find the circumference of the circle, then I can find out which portion belongs to the arc. And to find the circumference, I will need to either find the radius or the diameter. So what I'll do, they've given me a hint. They said use the ruler to find the radius. So that is what I'll do. Now I've put a portion of the ruler here. The reason I picked the centimeter ruler was all my answers are in centimeters. So I'm just going to move my ruler up here so I can measure the radius. Now I want this 0 to be right here, so I'll move him. Oh, that was pretty close, and it looks my angle's just a little wrong. So okay, that looks pretty close. So my radius starts here at 0 and goes to here. There's 10 millimeters, 20 millimeters. Now I want centimeters, and then here's 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, and then this longer mark here is at 5 millimeters, half a centimeter. So I'm just beyond that. So I'm going to estimate that we have 2.6 centimeters. So we know the radius is 2.6 centimeters. We will need the formula for circumference. So here's the formula chart. And here we have circumference. Circumference equals 2 pi r, or circumference equals pi d. So since we have our radius, we'll just use 2 pi r. Circumference equals 2 pi r. And our radius we know. So 2 is a number, pi is a number, and our radius is 2.6 centimeters. We'll use the calculator to multiply this. Okay, so 2 times pi, and the pi button is right above the caret, so second pi times 2.6. So we know we have approximately 16.34 centimeters. And that is for the whole circumference. We don't want the whole circumference, we just want the part from x over to z. And to find that, we would need to do a proportion. So my proportion is going to be part over whole. And I know my part is not a complete 360 degrees. The whole is the 360 degrees. My part doesn't include the 75 degrees. So we'll do 360, take away 75, That leaves 285. My whole circumference is about 16.34 centimeters, and I'm looking for my arc. So here we have a proportion. Let's change colors. So we're going to cross multiply. We'll do the x times 360, and we'll do the 285 times 16.34. So we get 360x equals, and let's use the calculator, 285 times 16.34, 4,656. Let's scoot this over just a little bit. 0.9. Now we divide by 360. So right here we just click on divide, and it brings up our previous answer by 360, and we get x equals about 12.94. It's about, so I'll put approximate in there. All right, let's look at our answers. 3 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 12 centimeters, or 16. 12.94, that's about 13. So the closest is going to be the C. And I don't know, let me see if I can circle that. Oops. So our answer is C. Now, if we had to do this using what I call 5th grade skills, in other words, we'd have to guess. Now, we already know that the radius is about 2.5 centimeters. So, with that in mind, if I'm going all the way around, I know that A and B could be eliminated. And that brings it down to C and D. Now notice the answer 16 here. Remember what we got when we found the circumference? 16. TAKS people are tricky, so be careful. If you get an answer, make sure that you've answered the correct question. Which is the closest to the length of arc XYZ? So it goes all the way around. Be careful.